Alright, so I'm ready to start attaching the head. And so what you want to do is grab a piece of clay and you want to create a coil. And you want this coil to be kind of thick. So you want it to be a little bit thicker than your actual finger, maybe about the length of your finger. Well, that might be too long, but we'll know in a minute. Alright, once you have your coil, you're going to create what I call the paddle. And so you're going to use your thumb, and you're going to press down like you're making a hand or a spoon, but on that side, and then you want to flip and rotate it, and you want to make it on the opposite side. So I have a spoon on both sides. Okay. One side's going to go to the back of the head, the other side's going to go into the robe. And so then what I want to do is I want to create my scoring. So I want to take it, scratch it up. I want to do that on both sides of the paddle. I want to grab my head, and I want to do that to the back of the head, kind of like right here. I'm going to grab my slip, put my slip all up on that, carefully grab my head, and put my slip on the back. And then I'm going to apply without trying to damage my head too much. And I'm going to bend it like a snake. Oh, messed up. Oh well, I can fix that later. And I'm going to start smoothing out the back of the paddle on the head. You can always borrow a tool. I'm going to use that, kind of help flatten and mold that. Now I'm not done with my head completely. I've got it to a point where I'm ready to build and add on. Okay. Put that down for a minute. Kind of fix anything that I've kind of messed up as I've been messing with my head. Your head does get a little damaged, so I want to come back and mess with his mouth a little bit. Some of his hair got a little tweaked. Alright. So then I'm going to grab my robe. Now the paddle has got to go, the second part of the paddle's got to go right in here, right? And so carefully I'm going to pick up my head. Well, I'm going to apply slip. I can't get in there unless I use a fork, or, oh no, ooh, that was close. But I can scratch it up with other tools, so I can use whatever I have available to me to kind of create the scoring. I'm going to place it in there and get him in there, and then I'm going to press the neck. And this is where you want to use these tools, because these tools become really helpful to getting the paddle, because my finger can't go in there without breaking everything. And so this paddle can get in there and it can push the clay onto the robe for me. Something else I can do is I can pull out the Play-Doh and then stick this in here from the bottom and then use it, but do not squish the robe at all. I'm supporting the robe with my other hand and just putting the paddle in there and flattening out that paddle. And then I'm going to stick this back in to support the head. So it looks something like that. Then I can do things like tilt the head back. I can close this up a little bit more depending on what I need. And so now you start to fix it so that way your head and your robe are working together. And then I can add more hair and other things, but we'll get into that.